What's up, everybody? We back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So anything you hear, anything you see in these end times, may you test the spirits, aka take the words and visuals back to prayer with God, as there are many Decepticons running around in these end times sent from the enemy, had a strong, close, and personal relationship with God. Good, great, and awesome. All right, everybody. So just going over the April 6th, 2024 dream the Lord had given me about a major release. And I'm going to watch my terminology in this video because of, platform reasons and so forth. So please bear with me. And we're going to put two and two together, if you know what I mean. All right, so April 6, 2024, God gave a major warning dream, things being released. And if you can see by the thumbnail, the mist, or cloudiness is the vocabulary the Lord is allowing me to use here. We're not going to say the other word because everybody's saying that one. You can tell that's what's going on in the thumbnail, and that was occurring in the dream. So a few weeks ago, a lot of people noticed a out of nowhere or mysterious cloudiness or mist, using the right vocabulary here, with not so great things coming from experiencing such a mist coming out of nowhere. That's the best way I can say it while showing what I'm showing y'all, so please bear with me. And a lot of people were noticing unusual things, which is self-explanatory with what you're seeing on the screen and what I'm saying, all right? But in the warning dream, there was a few things mentioned from people were trying to get over tragedies that had just happened, and then trying to figure out the effects of such mist. So those things were mentioned in the dream. So I hope that people understand what I'm saying without me saying too much in detail, but showing you things on the screen at the same time. So I'm just doing what I can for the platform I'm on. So the dream will be shown very shortly. We do the background, the prior word, then the event itself. So I'm going to go ahead and play the prior word / dream for you all, and then try to give you the best way that I can the event or events. We know a lot of tragedies are happening, California fires, devastating crashes, and so forth. So this all kind of ties around this warning dream here. And the last thing that I want to say before I show the rest of this video is, please don't worry about the stuff happening. Please don't. God is with you. And as long as God is with you, you are all right. But things are going to happen like the word tells us. And we are not to be worried as the word tells us, all right? Remember to always speak life and pray over yourselves, and don't worry about stuff like this. But for those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, you already know what's up. So just stay prayed up, put the full armor of God on, and we're going to jump right into the rest of this video. Peace and blessings. So then I heard people discussing something about a nuclear attack or something nuclear coming before we could even take our test, the people that were waiting to take it. So it was me and many other younger people, and we at this point all knew something was coming. So that was pretty big. Also, the Lord used people in my family in the dream too to signal he was giving me a dream as well. He'll use people you can identify or didn't treat you badly or were good people to you to signal he's also giving you a dream, just for people that didn't know that. So we were all outside as well. It was an outside setting, and there was a lot of pizza apparently. So I was looking for some last good slices of pizza because a lot of people had already eaten. And yeah, so it was like I was trying to hurry up and get some last slices before this nuclear thing came. But that was just showing that people were either celebrating something or there was an event happening before the nuclear event. Now, one of the people that the Lord ended up using was a coworker from my previous job. And he was a really good dude. So the Lord was going to use his image because he was somebody who was good to me as a person. This is what was said from this man. You better enjoy this while you can because it may never be like this again. I repeat, you better enjoy this while you can because it will never be like this again. Then I saw a countdown in the dream. And I knew it was a countdown to something nuclear more so. And we all hid underground, everybody that I was with. We all went into this place and hid underground. And because there was no coverings or people weren't really able to cover their mouth, they took like pieces of paper and covered their mouth with them. Anything they could use to cover their mouth as this stuff was coming down. And it just hit. It wasn't like a normal boom. It was just like green smoke, fog, or mist that just hit. It was really weird. So after it all happened, people began to walk back outside because we couldn't stay in there. And people didn't know where their families were. You could just feel the mood shifted compared to what it was, from happy to just total tragedy and disaster. Everyone was just so upset, kind of accepting certain tragedies at this point. All I could think about in a dream was how I was not going to get affected, or if I was going to get affected by this green fog, smoke, mist, right? So when I woke up, I instantly heard sirens, like where I live, sirens, testing alarm being sound when I woke up. And it wasn't like no quick little test. It was literally a very long, drawn out siren just going. And I'm like, dude, what is going on? A lot longer than normal. So it's not a coincidence they tested it before next week. So I just thought that was extremely interesting, but that was a huge symbol of warning because the Lord woke me up at a specific time so I could hear that, because I wasn't going to hear it if I was sleeping. So this is what the Lord had to say. You are correct. It is poison, because that's what I thought about in the dream and when I woke up. You are correct. It is poison. Okay? And how do I say this to protect this video? Basically, the people that study space, because I'm not going to say their name, that starts with an N, basically said they were going to send things into the air during the eclipse. Okay? So I'm going to need y'all to put the pieces together because I'm giving it all to y'all. Put them together yourself here. I can't do it for you on the video. But if you put 2 and 2 together and then look at the dream, you know, if you can put it together, go for it. But if not, catching what I'm throwing here, you know, they sending things up in the air. So I was like, whoa, okay, I get it. It wasn't like a boom. It was just a mist, a green fog, and a green smoke. And if y'all have been watching me for a while, I kept telling you all back in October that I had a dream about like poison in the air. I think it was August and September, October, kind of that zone of words. One of them was I saw like this orange color in the sky, like this orange fog. And the title had poison. So it kind of ties back to that. Okay? I never got to take the test, as I mentioned in the dream, because it was never meant for me to be tested with things to come. So in other words, anybody who has the Lord won't have to deal with the things incoming. You know what I'm saying? We won't have to deal with that. We won't have to be affected by it As long as we follow the Lord's instructions, be obedient and repent and be faithful. Okay? We know that the Lord keeps telling us we're going to be covered. Another thing was I was with younger people, either around my age and younger than me, and it was at a school setting. Interruption in school systems. That was another key point in the dream. The statement from my old co-worker symbolized a major change in the world. Nothing will ever be the same. The countdown and people knowing things were coming symbolized that warnings were given out. The Lord warning. Green fog, mist, or smoke equals poison. It didn't affect people right away because people weren't just, showing signs immediately. Me waking up to the people in the city testing a long siren was awareness alert. The Lord woke me up at that right moment. It was very self-explanatory that this was a warning. Okay? So all we can do is pray, consistently intercede, because it's about to get really crazy really fast. Okay? A lot of people aren't taking it serious. They think it's a joke.
All right, so it's crazy right now. But that's not the weird part, okay? Like, number one, it's weird because as it gets later in the day, lighten and dissipate, and it's really not. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell. It smells like after you set off a bunch of fireworks, and like the taste of the air is, the only word I can think of is toxic. It's super weird, and so I'm going for my walk, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that. That's weird.
This morning, the firestorm officials had feared becoming a reality, with a third out-of-control wildfire exploding overnight in the Los Angeles area.
At the end of the day, who's ready for something like this?
Overnight, flames reaching the iconic Malibu neighborhood and its beachfront homes.